Welcome to the BFF Report. I am currently under the weather and refuse to stand in front of 1500 watts of tungsten fury, but the show must go on. So, in my place you get Gizmo Duck, which is fitting because he's from Champions Online, and today we're going to be diving into the beta for Cryptic's Star Trek Online. So, let's get started. So as of right now, it's very difficult to get into the beta because they didn't quite think ahead and say, hey, this is an intellectual property that's huge. It's Star Trek. There might be like 1 billion people that want to play this game right now. And while they're definitely fixing the situation, for future reference, if you ever need to get in and it keeps telling you that you can't get your server's busy or can't access whatever, you could just hold on the enter key and you could just cycle through this thing 1 billion times until you eventually get in. It works for me, and it's worked for several other people, I suppose. So yeah, that's just a little tip. Let's go ahead and get into character creation. First thing I do is choose your career. Engineering, science, tactical. I chose tactical, go through, and then you check out different species. So, to be fair, all of them are relatively humanoid, so they all stay kind of the same shape ratio. So if I click through the different, randomize the face, you see that the head doesn't really change very much. If I randomize the body, it doesn't really change very much. It's very humanoid, I guess you could say. But if we back out and select unknown, which is the create your own background, choose whatever combination of traits that you want, you could really go wild with this thing. I mean, that's an ugly chick. You could go through and randomize. You see that the actual range that you have to work with is very exaggerated. So you have a lot that you could do and more flexibility with this. And I believe you could choose the same combination of traits that you can get with any other species. So there you go. So you can stretch her out, do all this stuff, randomize the uniform. They all pretty much look the same. Whatever. I'm sure a Trek nerd could kind of pick it apart, give her a name. See. And that was good. A little Yellow Submarine reference for you. And let's get started. Whew, okay, so Federation side, we're gonna demonstrate how to get through the tutorial. When I say me, I mean me and our new avatar here, because I couldn't take looking at the ugly 7-foot-tall butch chick any longer. I traded up for Sugar Water Purple. So as we go through, the first thing you notice is that there's a voice that comes over and teaches you. It's all like, you need to do this and click here and blah blah blah. And hit F to go through here and shit. Whatever. The whole story is that the Borg are attacking, and you're thinking, holy crap, I've seen those Star Trek commercials on TV, and the Borg is bad because they come in and they're like, oh, resistance is fruitless, prepare to be accumulated with us in the box ship. So yeah, a fruitful defense, and we can't be emaciated by the Borg to the box ships. That's the whole tutorial, okay? So let's get going here.
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. The Kittimer is being overwhelmed.
So this should be a familiar voice to some. It's Zachary Quinto, aka Siler from Heroes, aka Spock from the new Star Trek. They got him on this to play Mark, the hologram guy, the tutorial zone. Before you go jumping down my throat, yeah, I get it. EMH Mark has been around for eternity. I get it, that's fine. I just felt like Zachary Quinto should have scored a more, kind of prestigious spot. Like, the tutorial guy. And every other voice in this game, that seems like it's obviously Zachary Quinto.
Recent notifications can be reviewed in your communications log.
I'll make you regret this.
Objects that you can interact with will flash. Help at last. I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
So after you go through and you kill some Borg, you learn how to activate things and touch things and all that good stuff, now you have to choose a bridge officer. So your first bridge officer is free. The other ones you have to earn through time as you accomplish quests, or you could actually purchase them, or requisition officers, if you will. It's as simple as going up and talking to them and seeing how they can contribute to your skill set, and then that's it. Next stages in the starting zone is all about how to interact with things from your spaceship, how to manage your ship's power levels and all that stuff, which I'll get into when we get to combat, as well as, fighting more Borg. So let's move on to that part, because fighting assimilated Pikachu balls isn't very exciting. So here we are, we're fighting the Borg, and they're throwing out all kinds of weird threats at us and all that stuff, and there's several of us taking it on, and the big box and shit, and I'm stoked because, like I said, I've seen the commercials, and I even checked Wikipedia, and even Wikipedia says that, these are the baddest mother floodpuckers in the universes. So, Wikipedia says it, it's gotta be true. So just a few more shots here, and that's it.
Boom! What's up? I'm level 1. I just beat a Borg space cube. You don't see me getting emancipated. For those of you who don't know, this is Descent, made by Interplay, 1996. It is a full-range, 360-degree 3D space shooter. 360-degree space. It's max down. It's the max up. And I think I've made my point. Now, some people might think that was a little harsh. I understand the game's in beta. A lot of people get mad at me for saying things about games that are in beta. But, you know, I don't like to really hold back on certain things. Oh, freeze real quick. Thanks. I like to make these videos to point out opportunity areas in games so developers will work on implementing these changes in future patches. Simple things like collision damage. Can we get that fixed? I haven't gone bumper bowling in 20 years. This is Sector Space, a small-scale grid map of the galaxy that allows you to quickly move in between systems. This is pretty ingenious in my opinion because 1, it doesn't take 30 years to move from quest to quest. 2, it allows better load control since all of the galaxy's encounters are instanced, thus reducing lag and disconnects due to the server being maxed out. And 3, it looks pretty sexy. They also have an autopilot feature. Just scroll down and double click on the system you want to go to. Let's say if you have like a quest there or something like that, and it's all the way on the other side of the galaxy. Just double click on it, game will fly you there by itself. And all of that trash loot that you've accumulated from all these mobs and quests you've been doing, you don't have to fly all the way back to base to sell it to a vendor. You actually have a vendor type system on board. It's called a replicator. Just pop it open, and you could sell all your crap, and then you can turn around and you actually buy stuff too. So it's pretty freaking handy. By the way, did I mention you can actually edit the look of your ship? Thought I'd just kind of throw this in here real quick so you could check it out. There you go. Alright, space combat. So I blew up my UI really big because I want everybody to see what I'm doing. So you can see my ship with the 4 things right there. Those are my shields. So as I'm getting attacked, you'll see that my shields will start depleting on whatever side I'm being attacked on. The same thing happens to the enemy. As you can see, I've already taken out his front shields, and I'm working on his other side. I'm going to swing around here at the same time, because the camera auto-follows your target, which is a genius thing that Cryptic put in. I'm going to be pumping power into that shield to protect that side. I've already busted through his shields, and I'm firing torpedoes, because torpedoes do a hull damage on the, which is the percentage, on the target. And, I mean, just like that, I've pretty much annihilated this guy in just a matter of seconds. Or minutes, whatever. Now I fire my last torpedo and watch, when he blows up, I'm too close, so I actually take damage. You'll see it here in a second. Awesome feature. Managing your position on how you're facing your opponent, as well as how you manage your power and your shields, is a very important part of this game. As you can see here, I didn't spin around or move away from the giant exploding spaceship, and pretty much cost me my dignity.
That about wraps it up for today. Still got tons of footage to go over for PvP, ground combat, and Soul Glow, and all that good stuff. Send your feedback in to @IamTheMikeB. I'm gonna go snot rocket my cat. See ya.